past. Carlos Tata, of course, smart thinking. He's already saying that it's going to be hard, and I think that's the right attitude to go into any race. Never think it's going to be easy, because it tends not to be. But if anyone can break away, he can. We saw him do it at Mugello this year. It was just incredible. He just got that gap and he got his head down and he made things work. But more difficult here. And other smart thinking as well, like you said, Alex Skrig and Marcos Uriarte, to have that plan in practice along with Acosta at one track, to have a plan like that, to use the slipstream of your fellow riders to help you with your lap time, it's certainly the Red Bull Ring. So quite clever doing that there, rather than just trying to slog it out on your own. They might not get away from each other, but they certainly help themselves get away from the competition. So some great thinking going on there from these young riders in practice. But to answer your question, I think it'll be a big bunch. There might be a couple of groups here, but there'll be a big bunch at the front fighting for the lead. And as we were talking about earlier, lots of the first-time riders coming here to this quite a simple racetrack. They're learning it quickly, and they're all in the first couple of rows. But also a lot of these riders are small riders, and obviously the slipstream effect plus the small power to weight ratios and getting tucked in really well is helping them with good lap times.
Yeah, indeed. And sort of further to that, Barry Baltus, one of the larger young lads, he's back in 12th place in qualifying. 11th was Billy Van Aert, the Australian. And yes, Neil, it's 8 out of the top 10. In fact, first for having their ride here for the first time. So it'll be interesting to see how they go on. What's something to watch for here is exceeding track limits. That's very easily done here, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And let's hope the young riders keep an eye on it as well. If they do have to go for the long lap, that's at the first corner. They go straight on. In fact, I noticed somebody, I didn't see quite who it was, just trying out that loop on the warm-up lap just now. So that's the long lap. If anybody is notified that, they have to take that. But they're completing their warm-up lap then. Coming down to the grid for 17 laps of Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup action in pole position. Alexis Krieg, Marcos Uriarte alongside him, and Carlos Tatai making an all-Spanish front row. 2 years ago, it was a Japanese-dominated race here at the Red Bull Ring. All the podium was Japanese. That isn't going to happen today. The best hope for a Japanese winner is Haruyuki Noguchi, and he made no bones about it. He said, that's what I'm going out to do. I'm going out to win tomorrow. He lost his best time to exceeding track limits. Otherwise, he may well have been on pole position. Here we go then. They're under starters orders, the lights are on, and a creep, somebody's going to have a jump start. Yeah. That is Marcos Uriarte. He just moved far too early. He may as well come in for his drive-through right now. What a disaster for the young Spaniard who ended up who was on the middle of the front row of the grid.
Yeah, complete disaster there. That was so obvious, and he decided then, well, I may as well just go for it, but he will have a ride-through penalty, which will, of course, put him to the back of the pack.
Absolute disaster. Just nerves, I'm sure, for the 14-year-old Spaniard. He's been knocking on the door of a good podium finish and just hasn't managed it, and he's not going to manage it this afternoon either, I feel.
Yeah, you can see it was very difficult for a rider now, number 89 there out in front. He's got to get his head down and do whatever he can, but he will be notified. 3 laps to come in. If he doesn't come in, then he will be black flagged and disqualified from the race, but he'll know that it's a jump start, and we'll be notified on our monitor pretty soon, and he'll get flagged with his number, and he has to come in within 3 laps.
But obviously he knows that already anyway. So we'll ignore him for the second, and it's Tatai Eskri and Noguchi who are battling effectively for the lead there behind him, and that trio have already broken away from the guys behind as they in fact close in on Uriarte, because of course Uriarte now his head's gone, I'm sure, really. He knows that the race is lost, so they've already caught him, even though he had a few bike lengths lead as he went off the line. So down into the second to last corner it is. There's 4 of them.
Already Acosta at the front of that group, I think, number 37.
And out onto the start and finish. Uriarte has been given officially the drive-through penalty, and as you say, Neil, it is Pedro Acosta who came off the 3rd row of the grid, and he's already picked up the lead ahead of Noguchi. Uriarte, who will soon have to have a drive-through. Skrieg.
Tatai number 19 was in second place there, but you can see he's just passed by. The Japanese rider rider, Haruki Noguchi, and on that long straight, and this we will see all the slipstreaming coming into effect. 99 there, Tata and
so hard on the brakes. Again into the tight right-hander at the top end of the circuit, and
Noguchi go to the front.
Yeah, and you have your own notification there as Uriart has made the jump start. And Noguchi on the 56 machine has the advantage over Pedro Acosta. So determined is Noguchi. He's fallen a couple of times, not entirely all of his own fault. He's got bumped. So and then we'll see a replay of the start.
Got it completely wrong, and then thought, well, I'll just go for it anyway. Best thing he can do is get in as soon as possible, get it out of the way, because you just never know if a race is red flagged and restarted, then he'll get a second chance of it. Highly unlikely, but best thing for him is to get out of the way and get back out on track.
Right, still 16 laps to go then, and we'll see whether Noguchi can make a break for it. He's so determined, as I say. He's had a couple of falls. He so needs that first Rookies Cup win. He's very much feels it's overdue himself. And we've already got a faller. Two fallers, in fact. Oh dear. Well, they're obviously okay. They're already walking to the scooter to get on their way back to the pits.
Carlos Tata's got a ride-through penalty. Did he jump the start as well? Maybe he was spooked by Uriarte.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a disaster.
Here's the replay. Two of them to go down.
Number 34 there. That was
34 is Mario Aji, the Indonesian 15-year-old. So he's very unlucky. We're back with the leaders then. It still is Acosta. And as you say, so now that really does throw the championship open, of course. If Tatai has to have a ride-through penalty, he'd be lucky to pick up any points this afternoon. It's just what the Cup needs, in fact, for the script anyway. So Tatai will be notified of his ride-through penalty. At the moment, he's battling with 37, Acosta for the lead. The 99 machine of Cup leader Tahai, 56 is Noguchi. The Japanese there pulls alongside him. It's three abreast as they go onto the brakes now into the right-hander. And you're on board with Carlos Tata, looking back at Acosta. And Acosta looks over his shoulder to see there's a whole pack behind him. It's Noguchi that's actually leading now, ahead of Tata with Uriart in 4th place. Yes, Tata jump start. You're right, Neil. He must have got spooked by Uriart doing it and sort of followed him. Wow, my goodness.
Because we were looking at that replay, we were focused on the Uriart, but Tata obviously just got sucked into it as well.
So Noguchi it is that leads now. From Tatai, who will have to stop. Acosta, who doesn't stop. Uriart, who will have to stop. Fell on 5. He's effectively in the 3rd place, ahead of Eins-Ring, Billy Van Aert, and Kevin Clarence.
There's one rider coming in there. I take it it's Uriart. So I'll just stick his foot out to come in the pit lane entrance.
And now Tatai leads. Let's hope he sees the board, that he doesn't get a black flag. He may not have realised he jumped too red. There is the board. It's clear as day. Right through for 99. That may have been a bit of a surprise to him. But he's already gone back into 3rd place at the top of the hill. Noguchi has the advantage over Acosta. And it's Tatai who looks over his shoulder to see that the whole pack is there, including poleman Eins-Ring and number 5, Laurent Furlong.
Is the whole pack there, and there is Uriarte, and he has to be careful not to exceed the pit lane speed limit as he comes through there, or he will get another ride-through penalty.
And of course they have a switch on the handlebar, as all the bikes do, so he just has to switch that on, and that controls the revs as they go away. So right, 37 and 56, that is Acosta and Noguchi side by side. A great battle between these two already, with that pack of, what is it, it's at least 10, 12, 14 guys behind them.
Carlos Tata, he's had an immaculate season, really. He hasn't been off the rostrum, off the podium in any race this year, so disaster for him. That's the last thing he would be expecting.
That's right. He did have the mathematical possibility of taking the Cup away today, certainly this weekend, but that's all been put into question now, of course, by the fact that he's unlikely to score any points at all. Very interesting. So, Acosta Noguchi. Tata is still there. Let's hope he's seen that warning. Eins-Ring 11, fell on Billy Van Aert. Van der Gerberg, who qualified so well in 8th, he's up into 9th place in the midst of that pack.
Fastest lap of the race so far too, Carlos Tata, 141.5, and well outside the lap record. Lap record is at 139.3, so lots of time still to come.
And a whole slipstreaming session going on there. Van der Gerberg, fastest lap in 10th place. The youngster says the youngest man on the grid this afternoon, because the youngest man in Rookies Cup isn't actually here this weekend. That's Tyler Scott. Unfortunately, he has a finger injury that's keeping him out of action this weekend.
Yeah, that's one rider that I've been keeping an eye on. As you said, very young, relatively inexperienced, comes from a family of racers. Father Jürgen and of course Uncle Patrick, both really good Grand Prix riders in their day, so big hopes for the future for Zonta, so it'll be interesting, and he really has come up to the plate this weekend.
And there he is, the 84 machine, right in the midst of that pack, and as nobody's breaking away, there's really no reason to rush to the front of it just at the moment. Still 13 laps, or 12 and a half laps remaining, and it's Acosta that has the slightest advantage at the moment.
Fell in number 5 there, having a look down the inside of Carlos Tata. Carlos Tata may well be backing off a little bit. He's going to have to come in pretty soon.
So that double left-handers, that's a very interesting section, and they just flick it right and run downhill now to the last 2 right-handers, changing every few metres there. 56 is the Japanese Noguchi.
Tata not coming in this lap. Yeah, 2 left-handers, the only 2 left-handers. He is actually just missed them in the back there, so he will do his ride-through penalty.
Right, and he's bound to come out at the back, and that means he's going to be sort of 21st, 22nd. They will be back with Uria back at the back of the field there. What a disaster for him. Anyway, Acosta, and up into, there is the 11th, the pole man, Alexis Grieg. He's now taking a run at the front with Acosta, and I wonder if as they'd agreed in practice to help each other, they're going to try and do the same thing here. Noguchi is 56, the Japanese is with them. There's the finish of the ride through, and here's watch the start.
Oh yeah. And some of that he's obviously just thinking, it's time to go, and I would say he would blame Uriarte there for that problem.
Yeah, okay, right with that lead pack, and that is a lead pack of 12 riders, even now that we have lost Uriarte and Tatai out of it. And interesting to see Baltus there up into 6th place. He didn't qualify that well, he was down in 12th place, Baltus, but he's obviously finding a bit of slipstream there in amongst that pack. And that's not worrying, his size is not worrying him too much.
That's right, and if he can get behind a couple of riders, then you actually do get a double slipstream, so that'll help him. And if he can circulate in that pack where he doesn't want to be, is right at the front, that's where he would have a disadvantage. There is Carlos Tata on track now, and he is back there. Where is he?
Yeah, 20th, yeah. He's in front of Uriarte by the looks of it.
I've got 13th on there.
But that's the thing, that was the last
before,
lap.
Yeah, so I'll have to reset himself,
Right, there is Tatai. Number 99, he's already got his head down, trying to see if he can pick up a point or 2. It'll be interesting. And there's the live championships. Cooney's not in this, of course, because he's injured. But obviously that has changed the script somewhat. There's still 11 laps to go here this afternoon of Rookies Cup action. Plenty of action. It's Billy Van Aert who's now picked up the lead. Superb stuff from the Australian. He only qualified down in 11th place, middle of the 4th row, but the young Australian has picked up the lead now. And of course he was robbed of a podium at the Sachsenring in race 2 by exceeding track limits, but he's determined not to do that, so we haven't had any notification of track limits so far, and the guys are all been behaving itself. But what's superb to see Billy Van Aert up in the lead of this race ahead of the Spaniards Acosta and Skrieg, and Salvador, of course, is another Spaniard, and he was up into 4th place. He's now just dropped down back to 8th.
That was Haruki Noguchi tapping his seat there, tapping his backside to get some riders to follow him. He's basically saying, just hang on behind me and I'll pull you up to the front group, but I'm sure they've got other thoughts. And you see how easy it is to exceed track limits here. The red and white paint's fine, but if you get out on the green stuff, the green concrete stuff, do that 3 times and then you will be given a penalty. And it's quite, sometimes you're pushed out, sometimes you just end up out there, but you have to be so careful.
I was seeing a steward's warning incident involving 33 Achi and 45 Rouget to be reviewed after the race. They were the fallers that we saw. And he's just saying here, that's exceeding track limits. So let's hope they get their act together and stop that, because that can really wreck the result if if they have to start going a long lap. Anyway, 29 is, of course, Billy Van Eerd. He's leading and trying to keep it on the paint and off the green.
Yeah, young Australian there. I think we've got high hopes for him. Obviously mentored by Jack Miller. Jack Miller keeps his eye on Bully and all any new tracks and things there. That is 89 at Uriarte and Tata having their own little battle. Not where they thought they'd be in the race because they're down to 19th and 20th. Fastest lap actually on that lap to Uriarte. So yeah, he's pushing hard.
I suppose it's possible. I don't know. Let's see how far they are actually behind the
15 seconds.
Yeah, no, they're going to struggle to get a point, aren't they? But you never know. They'll keep trying, I'm sure. Right, back with the leaders. Now, Skrieg, Van Eerd and Acosta, Noguchi. Bultus in 5th place there. Acosta has the advantage over Skrieg. Van Eerd pushed back to 3rd place. What a great battle this is, still with 10 laps remaining. Super close stuff around those left-handers. And that is 50. That is Jason Dupasquier. I was talking to Jason this morning and he said, no, I'm really going to try and jump to the front right from the start. And I was talking to him with rider coach Danny Ribalta, and Danny said, no, you don't have to jump to the front right at the start. You're going to be at the front on the last lap, not the first lap. And let's see if he can manage that.
It really is a free-for-all now. We've taken 2 of the men out of the equation. Lots of podium, well, 3 podium places obviously up for grabs, but lots of riders that could claim their first podium here.
So Skrieg still with the advantage. Billy Van Eerd pulls alongside him on the 29 machine. I think he has the lead on the brakes here. Yes, he does. Australia it is that leads.
Number 7 there, a bit more Barry Baltus, the Belgian rider. And also Max Cook hanging on to that group as well, number 30, right at the back there. But we've seen Max Cook in this position for a couple of races, a couple of rounds, and able to fight his way to the front. Again, Max is one of the bigger riders, probably one of the more heavier riders, so has got a bit of a disadvantage on the straight.
But you can see just in that shot alone just how quickly leads change and positions change. It's now Skrieg back with the advantage, and Billy Van Eerd was leading across after the line. He has gone back to 4th place.
Huertas, who's down in 14th position, he's been given a long lap penalty, so I guess he's been exceeding track limits too many times.
Right, so then we're on board with Tatai now, the onboard camera looking back at the man who shared the front row with him, Marcus Uriart. And there they are, still with 9 laps to go, trying to make up ground. And as Neil said, Tata has the fastest lap for the race so far, but he's still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, 13 seconds, so 2 seconds closer to the front man, the Skrieg, at the moment. So they are making progress, and if they are swapping places, pulling each other along the straights, then there's no reason why they can't get it to the points.
Well, exactly. They've got no reason not to do that, have they? They're both clever enough to say, well, okay, well, let's just share the slipstreaming duties here. Right, there's that lead battle. What a stupendous battle it is here on a beautiful afternoon in Austria. And across the line, once more, that freight train across the line. And it is Noguchi that has the advantage. Costa, Billy Van Eerd, Skrieg, Ferland, Dupasquier, Salvador. Wow, what a great battle it is. And here a little bit further back through the pack there, the 66 machine is Adrian Huertas. And he's in his battle of his own with Philippe Ton and Marev, Hernandez, Detweiler. There's a long lap for the number 66. Adrian Huertas, unfortunately, he's not had a very lucky season, but he's only himself to blame for that one. He was doing it all the way through practice as well, lost a lot of lap times from that through practice, and has now been penalised in the race.
No, I shouldn't be chuffing because it's not fair, but it just seemed like he disappeared off into a bit of a scenic route there for a while and then appeared back on track, and that was a exceedingly long lap, so big disadvantage there.
And of course that's going to put him perhaps into the clutches of Tatai and Uriart. We'll see whether that happens towards the end of the race. So, okay, back again with the leaders. 37, Pedro Acosta. Noguchi, Van Eerd, Skrieg, Ferland, Dupasquier. Well, okay, Neil, if you have to stick your neck out, we're only just half distance here of the 17 laps. Who looks good to you?
Well, yeah, the Japanese tend to be really good at Red Bull Ring. We've seen Sasaki and Masaki, and so many good Japanese riders here. So whether he's been talking to his countrymen, but so I think if had to put money on anyone, it would be Noguchi, and yeah, he's at the front just now. I'm sure he will swap positions a few times, but he tends to be strong in the closing laps.
Yeah, and I think, he's bright enough. He's got a lot of racing experience. I don't think he's going to be one of the ones exceeding the track limits, although I saw some back in the group there.
That was fell on, hit the back of another rider. He just got caught out in the brakes. Whether he didn't get back his gears, but he certainly wasn't scrubbing off enough speed, but very lucky there.
Well, let's see. We see a replay of that. At the moment, you're on board with Carlos Tatai, looking back at Marcus Uriart. Picks up the slipstream, pulls alongside.
Yeah, that works, and this will help. They're obviously passing each other, but it will help the lap times. So there goes
Uriart.
Because we have there's cameras on every single position on the grid. So that was pretty obvious.
No doubt about that. And of course, it's not just that they're slipstreaming each other. Of course, they're pacing each other, isn't it? It keeps the interest going. Just droning around on your own for sort of 15 laps can be pretty tough.
Yeah, you see Tata there actually. Uriarte nodding to Tata to come past, and you have a go at the front, so they're not trying to hold each other up. They're trying to do the right thing and help each other.
Okay, well, they're lapping in the 140, so well quicker, a couple of seconds quicker than the guys in front of them. Right, back with the leader then, it's Noguchi, who has the advantage, but only just from Pedro Acosta on the number 30 machine. And Van Aert is there, is a Skrieg, Pasquier, Salvador. And Skrieg, it is that picks up the advantage, just momentarily at least, and into the last of the right-handers. Oh, and that is exceeding track limits there. You've really got to watch that, Billy. That's Billy Van Aert way off on the green there.
And that wasn't like he was pushed out there or it was unavoidable. He just got in there hot and used all of the track and a little bit too much of the track. So these will rack up. Race direction will be watching that, so he has to be careful.
And you're on board now with Jason Dupasquier on the number 50 machine in 6th place. 5 machines ahead of you as you go through the slight flat out left kink and up to the second of the tight right-handers. Late on the brakes, it's still a Skrieg with the advantage. Van Aert, who's got to watch those possibilities of the long lap for exceeding track limits, who really does have to watch that.
Yeah, there's no one obvious stands out that can win this race, but there may be a few in that front bunch that just know they've got a little bit extra, a little bit more to give on the closing laps. So I suspect maybe Billy Van Aert or Noguchi, they will be the guys that you see. The lap times are all static at the moment, but I think we'll see some personal best lap times in the last 2 or 3 laps.
Right, and up the inside, the 37 of Pedro Acosta. Chasing the leader is Billy Van Aert at the moment. Acosta's gone past Skrieg. And really, it'd be no use in making any plans for a last lap at the moment while the sort of 12 guys battling for it, but someone's got to turn up the wick and at least split it up a little bit if anyone's going to exercise any sort of planning towards the end. Otherwise, it's every man for himself.
At some point, and there are passing opportunities all the way down to the very last corner here. You can certainly block our pass, so nothing is not done till it's done here at the Red Bull Ring.
Okay, 5 laps remaining. If anyone's got anything, if they can actually got anything up their sleeve, they can increase the pace. We're likely to see it over the next couple of laps when they really want to try and stretch the advantage. It's Van Aert who has the lead at the moment, just over Acosta. Dupasquier is easy to pick up because he's that bright pink helmet back there in 6th place.
Well, maybe they are thinking about turning things up a bit because Van Aert and Acosta just dipped into the 40s, their fastest lap of their race so far.
So Skrieg has picked up the lead as they come out of the top tight right-hander, and he's way signalling to somebody. Whether anyone's going to really take any notice.
Yeah, pretty much any of this. The top 7 are under a second, so there really is top 7 or 8 could easily still get in the podium.
And the track temperature, I think, is up higher than it was yesterday, but we really don't expect any really disastrous problem with tyre wear. These Dunlops really do go the distance quite well.
No, not at all. The medium compound Dunlop slicks, they like temperature. They're pretty tractable and pretty much, they've got a big window of temperature, so the hotter the better. Yeah, very unlikely. There's no real hanging corners here where the tyres take a lot of hammer. There only is 9 laps in total, 7 rights and 2 lefts, and it's quite gentle on tyres.
Well, look at them, sort of five abreast. They're all changing position as they go into the first of the last two rights and down the hill to the beautiful Austrian red.